Just a sec, I have to check. Does this thing had started recording? Yes, it did. Okay, let's do it. This is your astrologer Kira for Jupiter Visions with the weekly forecast starting for the week of 9th of October 2017. For this week, we have some very interesting aspects going on in the sky. First of all, the planets Venus and Mars are still in conjunction. The planet Mercury is conjunction with Sun. Jupiter is entering the sign of Scorpio as per Western tropical astrology, and this forecast will be mainly focused on the Western tropical astrology. Saturn is squaring the planets Mars and Venus, and the moon is squaring the planet Neptune by the Monday of the 9th of October of this year. So, as I said, this forecast will deal with Western tropical astrology, but having in mind Vedic or sidereal astrology, the planets Venus and Mars are still on the last degrees of the Vedic nakshatra called Purva Falguni. This nakshatra is considered as the front side of the bed, and it talks a lot about the passion, sexual pleasures, and so on. Although those two planets are leaving this nakshatra, many people will be inclined to think about romantic things and developments in their lives, which will not turn quite right, I might say, but I will talk about that a little bit later. The second big aspect we have is Sun in conjunction with the planet Mercury. In Western or tropical astrology, this is superior conjunction of the Sun and Mercury, because the planet Mercury is going on direct. And generally speaking, this means that your ego is burning your mind. Sun is considered as an ego, Mercury is considered as a mind, and this is the time when you think to check many informations as you can before you make any final decision. You will act in a harsh way, you will think you're bigger than life, but this is not true. Just be careful, just count to 10, 20 or 100 or whatever you need to make the proper decision. This will especially go through because those two celestial bodies are making a square toward planet Pluto in Capricorn, and this might have to do many things with court hearings or your career or job. So do not think that you are the cleverest person in the room. Check the situation from all sides before you make the final decision. On the other hand, in Vedic tradition, this is considered as Buddha Aditya Yoga, which means brilliant mind. So for some people who are clever enough and brave enough, this will mean a brilliant moment, a leap of faith in certain cases and so on. And having in mind that Mars is in the sign before Sun and Mercury and Jupiter is the sign after Sun and Mercury, this forms another yoga, and this could mean great success when it comes to career. For some people, do not be too self-esteemed when it comes to those matters. If you don't have enough information, if you don't have enough skills, do not take a risk. Your time will come a little bit later, but not now. As per 11th of October, we have the planet Jupiter finally entering the sign of Scorpio. Yes, this is the great omen. Energies will change. Jupiter will bring many turmoils, and this will start right now. It will bring many turmoils when it comes to trading, marketplaces, and so on. Gold and silver will still go up and down. Oil, especially, now is the time to invest in chemicals, in oil, in petroleum industry if you have to, if you can to. In medical researches, this will pay off greatly, greatly during the whole next year, and especially for chemicals, new types of medications, and so on. For now, Jupiter is still in opposition with the planet Uranus. For some of us, this will mean sudden gains, and for some of us, this will mean sudden losses. So be careful when it comes to this. Planet Saturn is still in Sagittarius as per Western astrology. But this week, planet Saturn forms a square with the planets Venus and Mars from Virgo. On one hand, if we consider Vedic astrology, this planet Saturn is still on its Gandanta point. It's on the last point of the sign of Scorpio in sidereal astrology. So this is the strong sign of drowning, and many of us are having a feelings like we are drowning in some situations which we cannot escape for a long time. Don't worry, this will change, but for this week, planets Mars and Venus are in square with Saturn, having in mind that 2 weeks ago planets Mars and Venus were in opposition with Neptune. Many of us fell in love, many of us had a sudden urge to contact our partner from the past. Many of us had many illusions when it comes to love, when it comes to pleasure, and this is a week of the harsh awakening. I must admit, because during this week you will suddenly find out that he or she is not interested in you, that you cannot share a future together, and so on. And this won't be the pleasant week for lovers or love feelings, romances, and so on. Better deal with some sort of calculations regarding your business, and so on. And in the during the Monday, we will have a transiting moon squaring the planet Neptune. Moon will be in Gemini, and Neptune will be in Pisces. This is a strong sign of some sort of illusion or fraud. So be aware, perhaps someone is lying to you, perhaps someone is not responsible enough. Avoid doing business with that kind of person, and having in mind that this moon in the sign of Gemini, and which is the sign of traffic, communication, everyday obligations, and so on. Be very careful when you're communicating with the people. Take care of your mails. Take care about the text or content you write. Check it 3 times if you have to. Uh, uh, be aware about your tone of your words, and so on. And above all, I have to ask you all to take care when you're crossing the street, when you're driving, and because people will think about some other things and they won't see the truck coming out of the fog in the street. So be aware of those kinds of situations, and if you are aware enough, you will have the chance to avoid them all. As per Tuesday, 10th of October of this week, Moon will form so-called T-square in the sky. What does this mean? Moon will be at the end degrees of the sign of Gemini, making the opposition with the planet Saturn in Sagittarius, and at the same time Moon and Saturn will make a square with the planets Mars and Venus in Virgo. If I could put it shortly, this will mean the great resolution of one sad soap opera going on in the sky. So this is the time when person will realize that, oh, he or she betrayed me, he or she doesn't love me, I wasted my time, my feelings are hurt, what did I did wrong, and so on. And you should be especially aware of this aspect if your sun or moon sign is in Pisces, because all the void coming from the sky will be concentrated in the sign of Pisces. Uh, what can I say? Focus on calculations, not on crying, and when this week is over, you will be glad that you're free at last and you can live your life as you wanted it to be. So, per signs, Libra, you're still the star of this month. Uh, Take care about some situation in your home. Check your electric devices. Avoid any confrontations coming from your parents, especially mother or motherly figure. Everything will be fine in the next couple of weeks. Yes, your financial state will increase. Yes, you will get stability in that, and you wanted that for many years before. So be patient for a little bit more time and try not to hurt anyone with your words. I know this situation is quite tense when it comes to expenses or incomes, but be good, be kind, and everything will be resolved in the next couple of weeks, believe me. As per sign of Scorpio turmoils are coming into areas of your personality and your marriage. You knew that for a long time, at least from the last solar eclipse, which happened on 21st of August of this year. And there are many changes going on in your work, in your marriage, in your home life, and so on. So let go and let God do His business. Things, people, projects, ideas, issues, anything in your life that doesn't serve its purpose any longer will just fall off from you, and something new will come to you. You just have to become aware of this fact, and to know that seasons are changing in everyone's life. So embrace the new, forget and forgive, and everything will be fine. For Sagittarius, you are feeling stuck, you are feeling drowned, and so on, especially when it comes to your business, especially when it comes to your superiors. But do not run ahead, do not push things hard, invest in your education. In the next couple of months, situations will clear up. For this week, the most important thing for you is to do your calculations when it comes to your job very thoroughly, and do not get distressed by any other types of situations. At least you can try. I warned you. When it comes to Capricorns, you will surely have to do with some sort of court hearings, inheritances, taxes, any legal matters dealing with money, incomes, investments, and so on. This is your time. Yes, calculate, but beware that some older male person uh, could work something against you from behind. So that said, just be calm. The next week will bring some clearings, and you will know who are the right people to do business with. For Aquarius, the karmic increased karmic period continues in your life. Now is the time to shine in your business, whether you want it or not, because the south node of the moon is right in your sign. And this south node, called Ketu in Vedic astrology, is bringing all sorts of sudden situations or uh, people you didn't know before in your life. Things are changing in seconds, so just let it go, let it be, everything will be fine. You have to go through all this, and now is the time to focus on your business, and now is the time to focus on this week especially, to focus on some sort of investments, or to go through your expenses and so on and check all those things. For the sign of Pisces, I have to warn you, watch out when you're driving, crossing the street, taking medications and so on. Just try to dream a little bit less, and to think uh, in mathematical sense a little bit more. The sign of Jupiter is entering in the planet Jupiter is entering in the sign of Scorpio by Wednesday, and this means great blessings for you. Some new higher educations are opening for you. You might even feel inclined to travel. You will get to some real spiritual truths at last. So prepare. If you go smoothly through the first 2 days of this week, the rest of this week will look quite differently. For the sign of Aries, some turmoil, some harsh situations will finally clear out when it comes to your business, and this is the great week for you when it comes to business. So forget for a moment uh, many issues with your partner. Just focus on your work. You have great aspects going on if you know what you're doing. If you get the right direction, these aspects will show you in which way to go. But if you're focused on the love and romance, you will get lost, and you will lose the essence of positive side of those aspects. When it comes to the sign of Taurus, Taurus is Jupiter is entering the sign of Scorpio by Wednesday. For many of you, this will mean a true blessing when it comes to marriage or committed relationships. You are at the crossroads when it comes to choosing your right partner. Do not be afraid, do not regret. If you had to cut, just cut it and turn to something new. Open the new door of destiny for your life, and everything will be more than beautiful. Uranus is very close to your ascendant line, and this means that great changes are coming into your life at last. Uh, uh, as for the sign of Gemini, the same advice as per Pisces. Watch out for your words, watch out for some fraudulent situations, watch out for medications, take care of your personal belongings when you're outside, take care of the way you are communicating. Someone might try to lie to you, you might feel betrayed a bit, but everything will clear out in a few weeks later, so you have to go on through this week as well. For the sign of Cancer, we have a very mixed kind of situation, because the first 2 days Cancer won't feel very comfortable when it comes to this week. They might have to pull back their feelings, emotions, and so on, and do just hard business stuff. Just to focus themselves and so on, and this won't get them into the right mood. However, from the Wednesday, this situation completely is changing. Jupiter is entering into your fifth house, house of love, children, and progeny, and for many Cancers, this will mean finally that they will be blessed with a child, and all I can say is I wish you all the best, and I know that this year will bring you many good things. For Leos, the north node of the moon, Rahu, is in your sign, echoing the last solar eclipse. Yes, I know, I'm aware you have many expenses and you want to spend your money on many nice or luxurious items. However, this something something related to your daily obligations, your work, your house problems, issues, and so on will make you to cut your expenses on your personal stuff and to invest the money in some repairments or maybe even medical checkouts and so on. So don't worry, this will all clear out by the next 10 days, but for this week, just be aware and do not spend your money. And as per Virgos, I have to ask you to forget about that soap opera you're going on right now. Something new and something better will come into your life in the next couple of weeks and months. So please, I know this was the episode with the heightened feelings and passions and so on, but the real problem is that this wasn't true. So what can I say more? I bless you all and I wish you to sail smoothly throughout this week. Next 2 weeks will also look quite hectic, but this is the way Scorpio announces its entrance into the planet Jupiter. Jupiter announces its entrance into the sign of Scorpio. So get out with the old and get in with the new. Wish you all to have a great this week. This is your astrologer Kira for Jupiter Visions. Thank you.